New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken short. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's checking. Crash. Bang. Boom. Check. Watch out. Check 3.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry now for Jordan Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs, and how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the give, running right is Howard, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Cooley! 55. Watch the pass.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
This pass complete. Wins to Ertz. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Mike, 55.
Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. So that is twice on the opening drive that they've gone for it on fourth down, and they've converted both.
I don't know if they're using analytics, which might tell them, hey, more times you go for it on fourth down, the better your odds, the better your chances of succeeding. But let's face it, most teams are not going to go for it twice on fourth down in the first quarter of the game. I mean, we might not see it 2 more times all season.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Cut. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
2nd and 6. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
53.
right now. From the gun, he'll throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Roshade good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Roshade to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
20. Shorty. Check 24.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. On the yard.
Back to throw. Right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the eye. Check 26. Check 26. Go. Off. Check.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Win time to give to Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set, cut, 6 yards. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Go. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing on first down. Right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Running with Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, this is Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Wentz now to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check, 53's mine. Double dog, double dog.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here we go, D.
To throw is right. Throwing on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Focus, defense, focus. Shoot. Sponge. Check safety. Jam it. Hustle. Check 52. Switch.
Looking to throw. Right. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now right, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
53, check 53. Not today, you want? Not today. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, me and you all day. All day. Go. I'm coming after you. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Back to throw. Right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And now look at him go. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Just like that. That's the West. Switch. Patch it. Hey, box trot.
The final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's just me.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Check, ready. 10, touchdown. Check, 50,
A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Last stop.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the pass. 53, check 53. Come off the ball, come on. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. No gain on this defense, no more.
Right from the gun, he'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Wright from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz on the draw, leads it for Sanders. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
81.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, as Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They go with Howard again. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Too little, tap. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, get ready.
From the gun, right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
53 is the mic. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Kill.
Now Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right now, looking to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Check hot route. Hot. Zip it. Motion. 53 is the mark.
To throw is right. Operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Wentz now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. Pick the edge.
Black, come on.
I like 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Turn.
Another run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. On first down, it's Howard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
53, Mike 53. Hey, watch the ball. Check 37. Check 37. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 43.
They'll start out on the ground. Backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go to Barkley again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 99. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist. Get it on. West. 53 is the mic. I'm coming. 53 is the mic. 53. Sean. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go.
Now right. On 3rd down. Being chased out left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
53, Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Check it out, go. Deuce. Check 50. Check 9.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That game's gone final in Indianapolis. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So a victory.